Okay, today I'm going to be sharpening a Kershaw Leek or a Kin Onion design. It's a good knife, it's already decently sharp. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be testing out a new strop I've made. It's just a piece of leather, epoxy to a piece of multiplex, basically high quality plywood with some, I forget the brand, it's Porter Jewelers Compound Green. I'm going to be working with my new Smith's Tri-Hone. Got coarse, medium, fine. It's a pretty good sharpening system. The only issue so far is when I bought it, the stones were already dished. So that was kind of an issue. Spent about 2 hours trying to figure out how to lap them down to get them back sharp. Used marble with sandpaper, wet dry sandpaper. But what I'm going to do here is just practice a little bit of sharpening on this Kershaw, and we'll see what we can do. So a good way that I've discovered to find the angle on a knife, if you don't know, is you put it up against a flat piece of wood and move it back and forth while you're slowly tilting the angle. And once it starts to bite, that's the angle you want to sharpen at. So right here. This is about a 20-degree angle. I'm starting on the medium stone since this knife is already decently sharp. It goes 400, 600, 1,000 grit, if I remember correctly. I am burr sharpening, so no burr yet. I don't know how the angle looks on here. I don't have a tripod, so I've got my phone and some Irwin grips with a piece of marble weighting it down so that way it doesn't move. So camera angle is not too great. I'll work on it for the next video. Maybe get a tripod. Just water. I don't like oil. I just feel that water works better for me. Okay, so again, to find the angle, there it is. All I'm doing here is listening, trying to keep the sound from the stone the same at all times. You can definitely tell a difference whenever you change the angle. I usually will check. I look down the profile of the blade against the light to see what the angle is looking like. So a little bit more work on this side. I like to flip my stones around to make them wear more evenly throughout the process of sharpening. Water. In my experience, you can't have too much water. It just pushes it off. Until you get to higher grit sharpening, then you want the slurry. It helps polish the blade. Feeling sharp. So, like I said, run it through a piece of wood to knock the burr off. Okay, guess we'll move up to the fine stone here. I have pre-soaked these for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I add water as needed throughout, because since this is a all-in-one inclusive system, your stones you're not working with at the moment can dry out, especially the more coarse stones. So I like to keep a little bit of water at hand. Just give them a spray every now and again. The real key in my experience is the strop. And people, talk about the different compounds and whatnot. I just use the highest polished compound I can. I found that white works well, but in my experience, green just seems to work a little bit better. So that's what I use. I picked it up at Home Depot. It looks like chalk that you used to write on sidewalks when you were a kid. But it's like really hard potter's clay. So all I do is just grab it and rub it into the leather, the rough side up, and it seems to work pretty well. I've enjoyed the results so far. Edge is looking pretty polished, so that's a good sign. I don't feel a burr, and when I look down, it looks pretty uniform. So now we'll go to the strop. I work from tip to heel, always, working back from the edge. You never want to bring it in while you're stropping. You'll cut the leather. So, working back. And I'm not too neurotic on how many passes I'm doing. I just kind of go with muscle memory, I guess, just however many feels right, and then flip it over. But if I used to count, and depending on the steel and how sharp I wanted the knife, what I was going to be using it for, I would go anywhere from 20, 25 strops to 100 on each side. So, but usually anywhere from 10 to 30 is definitely sufficient if you want to count. I just try to keep it even. Okay, it feels sharp. Let's see. Forgot I zoomed the camera. Let me go about that again. Hopefully I'm in frame here, but oh yeah, I mean, it's sharp. So that'll do for me. Yep. So that's it. That's the Smith's Trinon sharpening system. It's a pretty nice system. I enjoyed it. Only complaint: stones came dished when I first got it, so I had to spend some time lapping them. Typical strop with green compound. Let's see. Let me take my watch off. See if this baby will cut hair. I'm sure it will. Yeah. Cut hair alright, so. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just put a comment down below, and we'll see you later.